Today I want to give you 3 alternative ways to deal with your thoughts. It will go crescendo, be more and more powerful, and the later one, I've been using it lately and it's just incredible. Thoughts will always be here. Even the guys who meditate 24/7, they will always have thoughts. So you might as well learn how to deal with them. So what do we do by default? By default, we have a thought, we take it for granted, we assume that it is true, that there is something behind it, and then we run, we fight, we flight, we try to fix it. Like, for instance, if you have to go and ask a favor to your boss tomorrow, you're going to start thinking, yes, my boss is a bit cranky. He's often cranky when we ask for requests. He's going to turn me down. It's not going to be a very nice experience. It's going to be terrible. Maybe I should cancel, or maybe I should go another day. So this is the basic way where we deal with our thoughts. Another way to deal with our thoughts, which is better, which is known as CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, what I call basic CBT, is that you challenge your thought. Your thought, is it true? You ask yourself this question, am I 100% sure that this thought is true? Am I 100% sure, in example before, that my boss will be awful? And then you challenge your thought using the basic CBT tools. You just check if it's not one of those categories, awfulizing, all or nothing, generalization. And then you manage, by doing all this, you manage to minimize your thought. And you think, oh, this is not too bad after all. Maybe he will not be cranky. Maybe my boss will be in a good mood. Maybe everything will be okay. So you will feel better after doing some CBT usually. Another way to deal with thought that is even more powerful, and that I call the resilience way. And I give you some references on this option as well if you want to look in a description of the video. It's the resilient reaction to the thought. Instead of saying, oh, it will be okay, it will be fine, you say, bring it on. Okay, my boss might be cranky tomorrow. Yes, and what if he is? What can I do? Am I that weak? Am I not resilient? So you just, instead of saying, oh, this will not happen, this will not be bad, which is the first option, you say, yes, it could be bad. And what? And this is more powerful, it's more long-lasting as well. You build resilience, you get used to live with uncertainty. We have to get used to live with uncertainty. For instance, also, if you have to do public speaking, instead of saying, oh, everybody will be riveted, everybody will love my speech, you say, oh, they might not like it, so what? I'm not going to die. I might feel bad. I might even feel ashamed. So bring it on. That would be okay too. I accept everything. And it is much more powerful because you stop analyzing and you say, yeah, whatever, bring it on. It requires a little bit of practice, but you will come to speed very quickly with this option. Now, the last and the most powerful option is to acknowledge the thought and just let it go. So I need to move on very quickly with this to explain what exactly that means. This is not distraction. It's not, okay, there is a thought. Don't look at the thought, don't look at it. It is, yes, there is a thought. I acknowledge it. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not interested and I am moving on. You disengage with the thought instead of evaluating it. So once again, I give you a reference for if you want to know more about this option here. Let me give you an example. Let's say you walk in the street and you have someone in a holiday place who wants to sell you something, and he comes to you and he says, "Oh, do you want to buy my stuff?" And you're not interested, and you're playing the distraction. You're playing, no, not interested. No. This is not it. You acknowledge it. You say, "Okay, I know what you're doing. You're trying to sell me things. I'm not interested," and then you move on. Because the challenge, if you start to engage, you spend too much time and you let your thought have too much room in your life. So, for instance, if the example of the guy trying to sell you something, if you respond to him, "Oh, look, I'm sorry, I don't have cash," say, "Oh, but that's okay. We can find another way. It's not expensive." So you are engaging. You are evaluating. You are not disengaging. You've already given too much importance to the thought. So the idea behind this is the more you think about something, the bigger it is. Even if you challenge, if you try to minimize and the likes, it's good, but you are still spending too much time with this thought. You really need to work on this. You really need to try and do this. And I know on a personal level, I was starting to have anxieties at night, and I never had them. I really wouldn't understand. There was a lot of happening in my life, a bit of uncertainty, and I was just thinking, oh yeah, that must be because of this. And I need to journal it. So the morning I was starting to journal it and say, okay, well, what could it be? And I was trying to have positive thinking, positive thoughts. I was thinking, oh yes, no, this is not too bad if I do this. But after I realized I'm spending far too much time on those thoughts. And now, and especially at night, when I have this thought, which is less and less often now, strangely enough, I just say, okay, this is a thought. I'm going to leave it go. It works. Try it for yourself. This is great to be done for thoughts that don't bring anything to your life, that are just bringing you a lot of negativity. So this is it. 3 alternate way to deal with your thought. I would suggest don't take them step by step. Try a mix of all of those. Okay? You can jump to level 3. It's not something that you have to do level 1 for 1 week, and after you do level 2, and after you go to level 3. Do a mix, knowing that level 3 is really where you want to go. So this is it. Try it. Let me know how you go with those.